Hello. Hello my foresty friends, it's autumn here. It's my real hand again. That is an Alcaran and should not be in the shot right now. Hold on, let me put this away respectfully. Right here, right next to the sleeping medication, that will do. Anyways, that is my art assignments. That are my art assignments. English. God damn it. If you're new to this channel, hi, hello. But if you're not new to this channel, you may know, if you follow me on twitter.com, I am an art student. And being an art student means that I have art assignments to do. One of the classes that I have to do is a fundamentals of drawing classes, because this is my first semester of my course. And usually for this kind of thing, the school, at least the university I'm in, wants to teach us all the basics first. In here contains all the assignments, or at least all the assignments for this one class. I'm only going to show the assignments for this one class, mainly because this is the only class where I'm proud of the art I've made. This video is going to be a bit weird. It's going to be a bit self-indulgent, as many of the videos in December will be, but I'm going to have fun here. So our drawing classes were divided up into, I think, around 9 classes. Obviously I'll have about like 9 drawings to share, so let me get it out here just a minute. Could you please don't stop. No, that's my drawings. Let me arrange these by how good they were. No, let me arrange these by the order of class they were. Do not. I'm back. Sorry if I sound really, my voice is like really soft right now. It's just because it's almost midnight here. The house and the lands right now is void, and I am afraid of waking up the demons. Anyways, let's look at the drawings. No, Mona, no. Come down with you wretched woman. Get down. Or at least like get off the drawing. Okay, decent. So the first class is, I don't even know why I'm doing a little reveal here. You can see it already. It's a pencil drawing. Yeah, very simple. Just use a pencil to make shapes. Ooh. Use a pencil to like define and build shapes and shade, and you know, it's the most typical class that I think every drawing class will have. For this one, we were also told to make some basic shapes here. Again, just you know, it's the first class. what do you expect from the first class? Funnily enough, I was told by my lecturer that I had really good control of the pencil, which, you know, it being the first class is basically the same thing as telling a toddler that they're really good at their ABCs for a child, you know? No, don't sit there. Go. Okay, so this is the pencil drawing one. Not much to say here. It's really just, yeah, everyone has drawn with a pencil before. You use the pencil to make the lines, and then you use the pencil to shade and add values and depth and stuff. It's really not that interesting. Don't play with that. It's a pencil drawing. I don't know what you guys expect me to say. Moving on. So this is task number 1. This is task number 2. Color pencil. Hello. This one, I had a harder time because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not really good at using color pencils. I don't like using it very much. I think it's finicky. I'm not good with blending it, and I don't think the color pencils I have are very good either. Which is funny because I've actually been using colored pencils more than I've done digital art, but that was mostly just because it was more out of necessity. I did art while I was in an MRSM in an asrama school where I didn't have any access to much digital items like a laptop or a phone or an iPad. most of my drawings were done in a sketchbook, and when I wanted to color it, I had to use color pencils. And when I mean the color pencils, I mean like the cheap ass school color pencils. So technically speaking, I've actually used color pencil a lot longer than digital art. Still not good at it though, but I guess that's why this class exists. I like the colors. I wish I could blend better, and that was also what my teacher said as well. Whenever you submit your drawings in the class, the teacher will look at it and then just do really small adjustments, like really tiny adjustments to kind of show what you did wrong and show what you can improve on. And one of the things that he would always do for my drawings, and especially my assignments, and you're going to see it as a trend in my art, is that he would add more shadows. See, he like pressed more onto the shadows. I think around here he would press more onto the shadows because he was like, no, you're restricting yourself too much. I like the overall drawing. I just think it could be better. Okay, let's move on to the next assignment. Bloom. Yes, my favorite medium. This is charcoal pencil. The main technique for this one, which is there's a bit more to talk about in comparison to like pencil and color pencil. This one, I had to color the entire board in charcoal pencil and then erase the charcoal using an eraser to create the highlights, basically drawing of highlights, which was fun. It was interesting. I had a lot of fun. It was a really interesting exercise as well. I think this is one of my favorite drawings, and I think I want to try out charcoal a bit more. That's one of the biggest things about art school that I appreciate, is that it's making me try out mediums that I don't usually try out. I've always been more of just like a pencil and digital art kind of guy. So when art school made me try out more than that, it's challenging. It's really challenging. But also one of the biggest things about art school is seeing other people's art, seeing other people, and having that influence your own art. And I think it's great. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm just quoting Blue Period right now. Blue Period is my shining light. Blue Period is my fucking light tower in this hellhole that I call art school. Next one. This is the next drawing, and I have it rolled up because, it's rolled up. So, you know how I described the last charcoal drawing as drawing with highlights? That was wrong. I lied to you. You should never trust me. Anyways, what I did wasn't drawing with highlights. I was drawing with shadow using charcoal. This one, I was drawing purely highlights. And this one, it was not fun. I didn't enjoy it as much as the dark charcoal medium, but this is probably the drawing where I'm most satisfied with the results. I'm not sure how to say much of it. White charcoal is a really, really finicky medium to work with. It's very dusty. It's bad. Oh, by the way, I did use sealant for the charcoal drawing and the white charcoal drawing here. I didn't just leave it to the air. Right, I was about to say it's important to seal your drawings, especially your traditional drawings, because they can fade over time, and if you want to keep your drawings, that's not good. It's not good. Don't let your drawings fade. You know? It'll hurt their feelings. Away with you, teddy bear. Oh, this is right. This is just another life drawing. The other one was also another life drawing as well. We had to draw based on references. Probably should have said that in the beginning. I'm not being inconsistent. I'm being mysterious. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. Put you down. By put you down, I mean like putting you down on the surface, not putting you down like pet one. The wee boy. Ta-da! This class is for textured drawing, and what we would do is that we would put our paper on top of a textured item like a tile or a rock or a wood or your mom. You pass down your little pencil and then the texture comes out. I also when I entered that class, I forgot that it was for texture. So when the class started off with the teacher being like, draw whatever you want, I was like, oh cool, is it a free day? Pog. So I drew for people that would But no, this is Mr. Horizon, a Malaysian VTuber, because I felt like drawing anime and I felt like experimenting with an anime art style. And I wanted to imitate his art style, but as you can tell, it didn't work out. It's not good. It was kind of fun. This was a fun activity. It was fun. I'm most proud of the what is this? An octagon, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's a hexagon. I'm most proud of the hexagon drawing. I just found like a scrap of tile. It was near a basketball court, and I took it and then I put it on the paper, and I put the paper on the tile, and then I drew it on, and it was fun. And the teacher was like, "Yo, that's a cool pattern. Where'd you get it?" And I was like, "It was a scrap tile that I found on the basketball court." And he was like, "Dog, that's awesome." I was like, "I know, right?" But I had fun. This was a fun class, and I had fun doing it. And I think I actually forgot to submit this in the online submission, but it's fine. Teacher was like, "You know what? The submission physical is perfectly fine too." And I was like, "Pop, teach, you're awesome." We're getting distracted again. Why is actually? You guys see that? I love recording things at midnight. I love it here. Void cat. Next drawing. Boo! Oh, this one's my least favorite. So this one's for the marker class, and this is where we draw with markers. This class involves making a bunch of shapes, and then if the shapes intersect like this, we either fill it up or we darken it up based on how many shapes are intersecting. I know that's a really confusing explanation, and honestly, I'm not bothering to explain it again in a much more understandable way because I hate this drawing very, very much. I did not enjoy this class. I did not have fun. I didn't have fun with this one. Also, I used the colors of the Bai flag because I thought it was cool. Oh, by the way, I didn't let you guys know I actually have a homophobic lecturer. It was a bit funny. It was a bit funny how I found out that he was homophobic. Let me just talk about my homophobic lecturer for a minute. This is a different lecturer, by the way, not this lecturer. This lecturer is cool. This lecturer is Pog. He's awesome. The other lecturer is not Pog. We had to show off some designs for a sculpture thingy. It's a long story, but we had to show these designs for a sculpture for a project, and one of the students had a project design for a sculpture that involved a splash of color, which could be described as a rainbow. But if you were to ask me, it wasn't a rainbow. It was more of like a sunset color, like the orange, yellow, reds and purples kind of color. It wasn't like a straight up rainbow. But that lecturer looked at the splash of color and was like, "Is that a rainbow?" And then the student being there was like, "Yeah, I guess." Because what else do you do? It's much easier to just agree when old people say a thing instead of arguing with them about it. And then he was like, "Does the rainbow represent LGBT?" And the student just stood there completely flabbergasted. I was too. Because how do you respond to that? After a moment of awkward silence, he was like, "If it represents LGBT, I can approve of this design, but I don't agree with it." And we all just stayed completely silent. Bro thought his opinion was needed for some reason. I don't fucking know. Anyways, yeah, fuck that lecturer. That lecturer fucking ruined my life. I said no. He ruined my life not because he's homophobic, but because of other things, Let's go on to the next class. Yes, my other least favorite drawing. You know what? You remember what I said about art school making you, try out new things? This makes me never want to try out watercolor ever again. This is for the watercolor class. And here was my first mistake. I did not bring in watercolor. I brought in Buncho paints. And for anyone that knows what Buncho paints are, those are not watercolors. Those are poster colors. They're a mix of acrylic and gouache, so they do not act like watercolor. I was trying to use them like they were watercolor dough, which brought in a lot of frustration and a lot of pain. I didn't like this one very much. But it's fine. It's okay. We live and we learn. That's enough of that. Let's move on to the next thing. Collage. For this one, I had to bring in a magazine, cut it up, and make a silly little thing with it. Honestly, if you were to ask me, I wish I could add more stuff, but I only had one magazine to work with, and the magazine I had just didn't really have much to give me, so this is the best I could make with. Making collage is fun. It's finicky, but it's fun. If you're not on a time limit, it's fun. But I was on a time limit because it's a class. So the magazine I had, it was a fashion magazine. Like all these little things in here, these jewels is from the jewelry section of the magazine. The eyes are from a makeup session. So that's how many? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in the beginning I said there was 9 assignments. Where's the 9th painting? Autumn, did you lie? Did you hide it somewhere? Did you eat it? No. Yeah, let me get it for you. It's over there. Absolutely not. Can't put it up there. Ta-da! This is the final painting. Can you calm down? Is the final assignment I had. So our final assignment involves painting on a 60 by 60 cm canvas. It's a big canvas and I've never painted before. The medium is acrylic. We had to paint using acrylic, which is also another medium that I've never used before. We had to pick a specific topic and a specific artist we wanted to take inspiration from. Statistically inspiration, not like complete imitation. The artist that I chose was Van Gogh, because Van Gogh is Pog. The main topic that I decided to choose to research for this one was post-impressionism, because that's the era that Van Gogh was classified in. Van Gogh and his art is a bit, I wouldn't say they had like a big impact on me or anything. I wasn't like a huge art history nerd when I was a kid, but I can say that he was probably the first artist that I've ever heard of. Van Gogh was the first person that I've ever heard of, but that in history made not a living. He did not make a living with his art. The boy was depressed. His Starry Night, as much of a cliche choice it is, the Starry Night is probably was also the first painting that I've learned of. So I wanted to dedicate my first final painting project to Van Gogh. It's not good. It's not, I won't call it the best thing ever. It's not the best painting ever, but you know, it's my painting. I like this painting. I think that was it, what I was saying. I like this painting, maybe, hopefully. I like this painting. And I'm still painting with acrylic this day. I made a recent painting of the red moon because I couldn't watch the red moon, so I decided to paint it out of spite. And I have another canvas where I'm planning on painting it to look like a field meadow, because I want to. I don't think I'll be showing any of my acrylic paintings online because 1, they aren't very good, and 2, I just want to have like one piece of hobby that I want to keep to myself, sorta. It's actually a little bit damaged here because I kept it in the studio for a little bit. See here, the paint has kind of been scraped off a little bit. Maybe I'll fix it. Not now though. It's just because it's midnight. This is my final project. This is my final painting. And that concludes my first semester in this university. God damn. Is it tough? It's hard. It's really hard. Being in art school is really, really hard. It's tough. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's really hard. But I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a lot of fun. This really feels like the place where I'm meant to be at. I feel, obviously there's a lot of doubts. It's not as simple as that, but I can't really imagine myself being at anywhere else. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I like art school. I like art school. I'm happy I have the privilege to be able to study here. I know not everyone else is able to afford university education. So I'm going to appreciate what I have as much as I can. Let me just put this and clean this up. You ruined the illusion. Oh, Piggy. Piggy, Piggy. Piggy, Piggy, Piggy. This is the end of the video now. There is no moral to this video. Thanks for watching the video. If you watched till the end, that's really pog of you. Very awesome. Special announcement time. I have a Discord server now, so come join that if you'd like to. I'm planning on doing like art competitions on there. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway for the end of the year, maybe an adoptable giveaway, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how much energy I have. Like the video, subscribe, social medias, do all the things that YouTubers always ask you to do, and stay safe. Stay safe, my foresty friends.